Soldiers in the 4th Brigade Combat Team, 4th Infantry Division, recently engaged in qualification for the Expert Infantryman badge. The training culminated in an award ceremony held on October 22nd, where 73 of the soldiers earned the badge. Command Sergeant Major Charles V. Sasser, the Command Sergeant Major for the 4th Brigade Combat Team, 4th Infantry Division, spoke about what the EIB is and how the qualification feeds into the brigade's train-up for deployment.
Well, basically, it's a way for an individual soldier to show that he is an expert in his field. It shows us where our strengths and weaknesses are, so that when before we get into the electric training, we can take a hard look at retraining some of these tasks.
Specialist Edgar Rios, one of the EIB candidates, shared his take on the qualification.
Yeah, I think it's furthering my knowledge because it's little details that I can focus more on than what I originally did in basic. If you ever do it out in like combat, you actually know the right steps to do it. So, I mean, it could only be good things if you know what you're actually doing out there.
The qualification for the EIB has changed though. Master Sergeant Todd Hood explained how things are different from past years.
It's a totally new format than what all infantrymen know from years past. You know, in years past, you basically had red, white, and blue lanes with stations set up all on the way on each lanes, and the soldier just made his way from lane to lane, going through testing, getting his goes and no-goes that way. And now the format's just completely different.
The last time we did it in this brigade, the PT test, the land navigation, the road march, and weapons were all prerequisites. So guys really had a chance to, more of a chance to kind of be there at the start of the lanes themselves. Well, when I went through, obviously we weren't at the pace we are now in terms of deployments. So, one, we had a lot more time for the train up. And of course the other part was the new standard of doing, lanes and not being able to retest on the PT test and land navigation and the road march. So that's the biggest differences.
Sergeant Major Paskowski spoke about the benefits of the new mission-oriented training.
Yeah, I mean, some soldiers are good at some individual tasks and not so good at others. What this does is all the basic individual tasks you need to survive in combat are grouped together, so instead of thinking everybody knows, you will know they all know it after this training. I mean, if they're a go after this EIB, you're going to be pretty confident that soldier could execute very well in a combat situation.
503 4th Brigade soldiers began the Army Physical Fitness Test on day 1 of the qualification. 73 finished the road march on day 5, earning the Expert Infantryman badge. Command Sergeant Major Sasser shared his view on what this meant for the brigade.
So the brigade did a great job at this. I think the average across the Army is about 10%. Sometimes even there are units that are less, especially with this new one. And we were up there well over 10%, which just shows the dedication and all the effort that's put forth by the leadership, the staff sections, the lane and OICs, and the soldiers obviously themselves.